A question that comes up quite often in my YouTube comments is, if I'm so successful at business, why are more of my friends not doing business? You know, why's AS Steve, why does blah-de-blah, blah-de-blah, why are they not doing your eBay? Well, there's quite a lot of reasons. You know, first of all, business is not for everybody. You know, business is only for the minority of people. For most people, they don't want the responsibilities for business. They don't want to they don't want to take all the action. They just want to go to a 9 to 5 job. They want to do their sort of 8-9 hour shift. They want to go home and they want to forget about work, and that's understandable. You've got to do whatever makes you happy. You know, business isn't for everybody. You know, for certain people it is. Like for me, for example, I couldn't have it any other way. I can't work for somebody else. I hate having to get up out of bed for somebody else. I hate being told what to do. You know, I want to come into my place. I want to work by my own terms. You know, the harder I work, the more I earn, and I can kind of choose what I want to do. You know, so some of the reasons why people don't want to go into business. I mean, one of the main reasons is probably that they're sceptical. They probably don't think that it's going to work, and they're sceptical. They think, well, I'm going to invest all this time, all this money, and it's probably not going to work. And they're right. You know, most things you're going to try are not going to work. So then this sort of comes into another thing. It's sort of like risk. You know, as a businessman, you've got to learn to take risks. You know, if you're a businessman, you're doing business and stuff, everything you do has a risk involved. And you risk losing all your money, you risk losing your time, and you've got to kind of be comfortable with that fact. You're not always going to win. You can't win 100% of the time. You know, sometimes we win, sometimes we learn, but we only really fail when we give up. And giving up is a choice. So, you know, risk is another one. People don't want to give the risk. They don't really want to put the money in. You know, they're scared of losing money, and they think it's a waste of time. So another reason, people want instant gratification. You know, saying someone's got a 9 to 5 job, you know, they get their paycheck and instantly they want to buy something out of that money that's going to make them feel happier. Like straight away, they want to go straight down to the shops, you know, maybe they want to buy an RC car, and you get instant enjoyment. Like you get the car, you unbox it. You know, nowadays you haven't even got to build them anymore. You just get it out of the box, pull it out, and you're good to go. And people want instant reward for the money that they spend. Whilst a businessman, he doesn't mind putting all the time and effort in now for a possibility for a better life in maybe like a year, couple of years, you know, maybe 10 years down the line. You know, as a businessman, you're not looking for an instant fun, instant sort of reward. You're looking for more of a reward long term. And, you know, for most people, they don't want that. They don't want to wait for years and years and years to see any reward. They don't want to invest in things. They don't want to spend a load of time setting up businesses. You know, this YouTube channel, for example, it took me a good year of solid work before I even sort of made any sort of half-decent money. It probably took me another year to probably break even. So it took me 2 years just to break even. And, you know, most people, they can't go through that long. You know, keep repeatedly doing something and going over and over and over and keep doing it and working at it and making it better and better and better, only to maybe be rewarded in the end of the 2 years. You know, remember, there's never a guarantee. You know, you might be working at something for 2 years and then it all flops and it's gone. So, you know, that's some of the main reasons why people don't work for themselves. You know, if you want to make more money, if you want the better life, you have to take some risks, you have to take some responsibilities, you have to jump outside your comfort zone, you have to go ahead and do things what most 99% of people are not willing to do. So, you know, that's pretty much why. When people say to me, why are some of my buddies not in business, why are they not doing eBay? You know, I've got friends that do eBay, like Stempy, for example. He does eBay. He's been doing eBay for roughly the same amount of time as me. We're sort of swapping ideas and sharing ideas and stuff. So, you know, but then other mates like AS Steve, he doesn't want to put all his money and all his time into a business that might not work. He's just happy doing his hours, and then sort of, you know, you got your money and you've got your time to spend how you please, and you can kind of forget about work. And there's no right and wrong way to go about things. It all depends what you want. So, you know, at the end of the day, as long as you're happy what you're doing, as long as you're happy in your life, then just stay the way that you are. But if you're not happy, you know, if you've got a job and you don't like it, you've got to realise, guys, there is a way out. Especially nowadays with the internet, there's so many different things that you can do to get out of that 9 to 5, if that's what you want to do. Or even if you're in the job you don't like, you know, no one's saying you have to work for yourself. You can find another job that you do like. You know, everybody's different. That's what makes this planet unique. That's what makes us all sort of, you know, each person's unique. It's just that we're all different, and there's so many options and so many different things out there what we can all do. You know, there's no set path of what you have to do. You just pretty much, you've got to find what makes you happy and kind of run with it. So that's it for this video, guys. See you soon.